Hi, here I am, and what I'm talking about is this flag that I sewed onto my blue jean jacket, and now you can see I sewed the flag directly to the jean jacket. You will see that. You will also see the sewing supplies, the notions that I bought at the drugstore downstairs in the mall. Thank you for viewing. Please like and subscribe and enjoy. Ciao for now. Here I am back at the sewing machine, and I'm with the jean jacket and the Canadian flag, and I've got the needle down and I also have the foot down. And I had in the last video, or recently, I had put some adhesive backed hook and loop connectors, fabric connection device, and I've taken the hook and loop off, and now I'm just going to directly sew my Canadian flag, my little Canadian flag, to the Levi's jean jacket that I bought here in downtown Montreal. So here we go. Here we go now that I've found both threads, upper and bottom. I'm going to get my fingers out of the way. Excellent. Now I'm going to pivot. And I'm going to make sure that when I pivot, I lift up the foot, I pivot the cloth, and I usually always forget to replace the foot down, but this time I remembered. Well, there was a bit of a back tack, not much. It's pretty thick stuff. And now I'm going to pivot again, lifting up the foot, pivoting the cloth, the fabric. I'm going to take that pin out. It has a plastic head on it. Adios, amigo. You're gonzo. Now I'm going to continue without my fingers blocking everything. I'm going to put the foot down. Cool. Pivot, lift up foot, turn fabric, ever so carefully. Stick the jean sleeve through and out. Get some of the jacket through, out of the way. Can I pivot? Oh yeah. There, I have pivoted there somewhat. Holy cow, pushing the lamp out of the way. Let's turn that off. Okay. And that was a back tack to lock them up. Now I'm going to lift the foot. I'm going to lift the needle all the way up. I'm going to push it out, and we'll see what I did. So right away I'm going to trim that off. And that. I'm going to show you the stuff you need to see. So that's how it looks there. And that's not too bad. There is the orange thread. A little bit of black there too. No, that's orange. I can fix that pronto. And now let's see what it looks like behind. There's my thread from starting and finishing. 1 and 2. So that looks good. I'm happy with that. And even though the flag might not be exactly straight, I am more than happy with that. I'm not going to change a thing about that. That flag is going to get washed when the jacket gets washed, but I won't have the sticky adhesive that was on the loop and whatever device, because that had a really sticky adhesive, and I was worried about putting the jacket in the washing machine, because I sometimes do. But anyway, so that's another clip of what I'm doing here. Thanks for being here, you folks. And if you like. If you like, subscribe too. I went to the drugstore in the mall in the basement here, and at one of the end of the aisles they had some notions, selling some notions, thread and the like. What I needed to get was, I got 180 dressmakers pins. These are the pins without heads on them, without the plastic bulbs on the end. They're just straight metal pins. So they're kind of good for ironing over, and maybe even sewing over, although I don't know that I will necessarily do that. The other thing is that I got 2 stitch rippers, seam rippers, and they were like $1.19 each Canadian, and that's really great because I had been up at the sewing machine supply store up at in the garment district, and they didn't even have any of these. So that was really cool, and like I say, they're cheap. They're $1.19 each Canadian. So I got the pens, the all metallic pens, these 2 seam rippers, and then I got some jean buttons and the little steel things that go in the back of them to bang them on to the fabric. Also got 3 thimbles because I'm starting to do a little bit of hand sewing as well, whether to lock something up or difficult location or what have you. Now these are, what are these? Well, that's for threading. It says for threading elastic, ribbon, yarn, etc. But they're made out of steel, and I'm sure that I'll be able to find a use for them. So altogether that cost me $10.80 Canadian. So that would be about maybe $7.50 US. But the convenience was a bonus, because I live in a large residential business complex with a mall level. You know, in Montreal we put everything in the basement because it gets really windy and snowy in Montreal for about 4 or 5 months of the year. That was a good way to save a few dollars. If you are in Montreal, Canada, and you're looking to buy a brand new sewing machine, it depends what brand you want. If you want to buy a Singer, you're pretty much going to have to go to a Walmart or a Canadian Tire store or something like that. If you go to Costco, they don't sell Singer machines, Singer sewing machines at Costco in Canada. They only sell Brother and JANOME. They sell a widely bought JANOME sewing machine, and it looks nice, and the Brother sewing machine as well. But I'm into Singer, like Singer newer machines and definitely Singer vintage machines. So I'm kind of brand specific to Singer for my purposes. So that's a little bit of what that is. Anyway, there you go. Chat soon.